What's up, you guys? I'm super stoked. So, this is a sponsored video. Holy shit, I actually got a sponsored video. I'm sure that first part my head was kind of cut off. Anyways, so the sponsor today is actually, they changed it kinda, so people would know them as MAXPeedingrods, but I guess they're rebranding themselves as MAXPeedingrods. MAXPeeding. I've had this box of coilovers in my kitchen, pretty much. Kitchen area. Dining, it's supposed to be our dining room area. But it's been there for the last like 3 months. The box is kind of beat up because of it, because it actually came in a pretty good condition, to be honest. But we have cats, and I've also tripped over this thing a couple times. So it's a little beat up now, but we're gonna start with an unboxing of these coilovers. Now, before I get into more of the video, if you want to pick anything up from MAXPeedingrods.com, there's just a link down below to the coilovers themselves, and then there'll be a link to the website itself as well. And if you use Tuners In, it's 8% off anything that's over, over a $200 order, which is pretty much going to be anything on there. Really, I went through a lot of it right before I got the coilovers to see if there's anything else I needed. At the time, wish I knew when I was rebuilding the motor, because I think they actually did have some rebuild stuff that I could have used, but it is what it is. Got the coilovers. At the time, that's what I needed. The second thing I want to clear out is this is going to be 100% my honest opinion, because if you guys are watching this right now on the YouTube channel, then you would know that I ran these are going to be pretty much the same coilovers that I ran on my BMW. They're the same model, same tier from MAXPeedingrods. And for those of you watching this on Facebook, you probably have never seen my old E36 drift car, so you should come subscribe to the YouTube channel, go watch those old videos, because I used to beat the piss out of that thing. Now that all of that is addressed, I am going to go ahead and open up this box for you guys. Let's open up the box. What's in the box? My coilovers. That's what's in the box. Oh my god, they were like, fuck, we gotta keep this fucking thing fucking safe for this guy. Who knows what the fuck? Coronavirus. Alright. So, goddamn, they're pretty. Holy shit. They look good. They look exactly. These are actually the same style, same model, same model as my fucking BMWs, because they got the camber plates and everything, full adjustable dampening. The fucking works. To give you guys a little more insight on these guys, because I spent a lot of time talking with them through email. I know it's my first sponsor. I know I'm like, oh, everyone's excited about their first sponsor, whatever. But they talked a lot about rebranding and really, I guess they've invested a lot of time into like these new styles of coilovers and other products that they have and whatnot. Okay, so here we go. First coilover coming out. God damn, this thing is beefy too. Look at this fucking thing. Look at this fucking thing. These are actually not too bad. Before these welds are actually not too bad. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but they're actually pretty fucking. They're not 100% perfect, but you know what? It looks a lot better. So while I'm pulling out the rears and everything else, one thing I do want to touch up on, why a lot of people trash talk. I'm not going to talk bad about budget or cheap coilovers, really, because it's all about preference. It's really all about what you want out of it. If you want to go pro and you want the best fucking drift car ever built, then fucking buy the Fortune 500s or buy the BCs or whatever. Like, that's the kind of money you have to spend. But if you want to go out and just have a fucking ton of fun and you really don't give a shit, just buy fucking whatever. Whatever you want, what makes you happy, whatever you enjoy or whatever you can afford, it doesn't fucking matter. Thing is, are they both the same length? That's what I want to know. They are. Holy shit. Hell yeah. See, that's what I was worried about too, is like the length in them. And they are the same. That one looked good. They all look good so far. They really use, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this on camera, but I don't remember ever getting this with the BMW. So they really use forged aluminum for a lot of the stuff. It's, the springs tested under 600,000 times continuously. The spring usually distortions is less than 410 thousandths. Plus special surface treatment to improve durability and performance. So that's really cool. That's actually really fucking cool that they added this in this time. So, like I said, I cannot stress the amount of hours that I have spent talking to, I believe, the marketing representative, but I spent a lot of time, and they were really pressing on how they're really trying to rebrand and everything like that. I was thinking about just holding them up, showing the camera, but instead of that, how about we actually get some glamour shots real quick of them standing up so you guys can get a more detailed look at them coilovers. Too crazy on the beauty shots that I sometimes do when I'm making these vlogs, but because this is already going to be a pretty long video, because I am now going to install them, show you guys again if you guys haven't watched the BMW video, or if you're watching this on Facebook, and also a little test drive. So again, before I go and install these, just one more time, link for everything in the description, as well as my coupon code to use to help you out if you go buy some coilovers or turbos, or I think they have camshafts and other like engine component stuff, crankshafts, all sorts of stuff. Let's go outside where it's fucking dark as shit, and I'll grab my light and then we'll start installing coilovers. Alright, psych. We're actually going to do this in the morning because I was not vibing with how it looked on the camera last night, so I wanted daylight. Although right now is not ideal shooting because the sun is that way and not behind the camera, because it's hella early in the morning. I have a lot of shit to do today, so whoop, that's tightening. We don't want to do that. So I'm gonna break all these loose, get the stock suspension off, do the coilovers. At the same time, I'm gonna do my brakes off camera. Brakes are super easy because they need to be replaced too. I'm gonna go ahead and just take one side off on each side to demonstrate the install process of both sides, because they're going to be the same on the other side. Okay, so I grabbed everything that I pretty much thought I might need. I know I just need a 19 and a 17 and a 14, I believe these are, yeah, 14. But I grabbed more because I'm doing my brakes at the same time, so I'm going to need to take this off as well. But the other thing that you'll need to, for sure, tape measure to measure up the coil when you get it on, to adjust it and see where you want it to sit at or whatnot. So first things first, I'll go ahead and just get these off real quick. Oh boy. Fuck. We'll need some leverage. Ooh, I'm gonna probably snap this wrench. Come on. Don't you fucking brake on me. Holy fucking shit. Oh, there we go. Jesus. It's one thing that has always kind of bugged me though, is getting the new hardware for it, and it's always a different fucking size. wonder if that's even the right fucking size. Sure doesn't seem like it. What I was expecting on the front, or not so much the front side, but the back side, I was expecting it, not so much the front. But we're gonna have to grind some of this off because it just won't. It's just, well, I mean, it's like a perfect fit, but it's like I really just need to chip away the fucking paint. Really, it's literally that. Just that much bigger. We're gonna go grind this down a little bit and then we'll be back. Alright, so I got it to fit now. It's like perfect. A little too perfect now. It's a bit hard to get off, which is good, I guess. I mean, you want it, you know, nice and sturdy. And so, grind off a little bit of it. I'm gonna probably shave it just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go grab some paint and just paint the bare metal, just so you know it doesn't rust. The one downside of, I guess, budget coilovers is you're gonna be doing a little bit more work than needed. But it is what it is. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now, these bad boys on, and bada bing bada boom, that's how you install coilover. Okay, so we're all set. I'm just gonna tighten this up, head over to the other side, do that, drop it, show you guys, move on to the back. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look how she sits compared to the back over there, which is a little overexposed, but look at that. Oh my goodness, huge difference. I was only a two inch drop too. I can still go more low. I'm just choosing not to. That's about good for me up front there. And now we're gonna move through the rears. I'm gonna power through it. So I'm gonna jack the car up real quick and then pretty much show you guys how to install the rears, because it is a little bit different, only because instead of you have to get inside. It's hot. I'm hotter than a motherfucker right now. I'm still wearing my jacket, I don't know why, but yeah, so I'm out of breath. And then we'll get these coils installed, and then we'll fucking do a little test drive tonight, and we'll see how they ride. Sweaty. I'm a sweaty fucking person right now. Oh, buddy. All right, so we're moving on. I don't really have a good angle except right there, but we're moving on. It's literally just like one bolt in the back right here, and then it's two inside the car right here in the back seat. So you have to go my BMW, I had to get through it through the trunk. It's right there. But with the 240, it's in a bit of a different spot. And we're gonna see if it's a 19. I don't even know if it's a 19, to be honest. I think it is. Oh, fuck me, it's a 17. Ugh. We're gonna need PB Blaster. All right, got some PB Blast on. Fuck. All right. I'm not asking nicely now. Woohoo! Yeah, so we're installing it now. It helps that my buddy Brandon's here. It's a lot easier to install with two people. All right, so go straight up. There you go. Hold it. Go ahead and lift up now a little bit. Keep going. A little bit more. There you go. Fucking money. Fuck. I'm gonna say this right now. I had a little bit of issues up front, as you guys know. The rears was just fucking effortless. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. The only bitch of it is gonna be that one other bolt that's never been changed in its fucking life. But dude, these rotors are fucked. They never changed the fucking. That's so stupid. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna tighten this up, finish up on the other side, finish my brakes, and then it's probably about time for me to go anyways. So we'll do a test drive. Yeah, on the way. All right, so this is what it looks like with the coilovers on. Pretty cool. Actually, it looks fucking sick low like this. Okay, so before I go to a test drive, Reed's asleep, and it's like 4 in the afternoon, I think. And yeah, anyways, he's blocking me. So I gotta go move his car and probably just push it and then pull mine out and then push his back in the driveway a little bit. Yeah, anyways, one thing I did have to do, I actually had to roll these fenders in the back. So let me see here, let me kind of get down, pull focus a little bit. So yeah, I had to really roll these fenders a little bit, and it actually ended up not working out too well. I ended up having to use a hammer for a lot of it. The other side's worse, but I got them to fit, and boy does it fit. Like, yeah, that's gonna be solid. It was hella rubbing before, so that's why, like, if like the weather looks different, it's because this is like 2 days later, because I didn't have my fender or the fender roller that we have, so I had to wait to get it back from Keaton. But yeah, she's sitting good. We're gonna go test drive her. What I'm actually gonna do when I test drive it, because if you are following my channel, you'll know that I just rebuilt this motor. Like, there's only 50 miles on this motor right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up my external microphone, my Zoom 4HN, right on the back here, and just angle it down towards the exhaust and just grab some exhaust sounds and throw it in on top of it. So it's kind of doing 2 birds 1 stone, doing the coilovers and letting you guys hear the closest thing without being in person, hearing the purest sound of it, not just inside the car. A lot of people watched the video when it was inside the car, was like, holy crap, that thing sounds awesome. Wait till you guys hear it from the outside. Holy shit, this thing is gnarly. And maybe what I'll do, maybe another thing I might do, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it work, because I need this microphone on my camera currently to record the audio inside the car from me talking. But maybe I'll grab, like, maybe at the end of the video, I'll just put something and I'll have my Zoom inside of my engine bay so you guys can hear the wastegate, because the wastegate sounds fucking nuts. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go get all the camera stuff hooked up, ready to go, and then we'll go for a little drive. Alright, so I already started the car. She's already warmed up, ready to go. 2 things though real quick before I go. I did not adjust the preload all the way yet in the rear. So when you drive coilovers, they need to get seated first anyway. So you drive them for about 100 miles or so. I think, I don't know the exact number, but you drive them for a while and they seat in. Your car will get lower and they'll get to where they need to be. The second thing is, it's gonna start dumping here in a second. Right after I did the video, the cold start up for you guys, I'm glad I did it too, because don't know if I'm gonna leave my recorder outside on the back of the car, just because why do I want to break a $300 item that I used often? So if it lets up a little bit later, I'll have a clip of it. If not, there's always another day. Oh my god, it's starting to hell. Of course, Oregon is like, oh yeah, we'll give you a little bit, and then nothing at all. So I'm gonna drive this thing up to, go on a bit of a drive. Maybe I'll drive all the way up to airport way. That's a good fucking 10-15 minutes. And we'll go on the main road. We won't take the freeway just because I gotta, to really test the coilovers, like in my car I can feel how bouncy it is. It's pretty bouncy, but that's probably because I also didn't adjust the spring load on them yet. I'm gonna break them in first, so this is kind of like first run on these coils. So we'll go ahead and just fucking send it, I guess. Might help if I had the car all the way on. Here we go. And yeah, having my mic on the backing is going to be a no-go anyways, because the suction cup I had for this, the little suction mount, I guess, the suction part of it isn't suctioning like it should. So we'll do something a little bit later. Maybe I'll go to like a parking lot and just a big lot and just go back and forth and have my camera on a tripod and use the mount that I'm using for the camera on this thing. But enough beating around the bush. She's ready to go. Fans on. It's warm in here. Let's fucking send it. Oh yeah, but she feels planted. Like no power steering sucks. That no power steering life though is really gonna get to me. God, this car sounds so good. This car sounds so good. Woo! Big fireball! Maybe, I don't know. Fuck. Underpass. So far, she rides pretty nice. Like, I feel the bounciness in the back, but it's not like, it's not terrible. Like, it's definitely gonna get better when I go to adjust it or set the preload, you know. God damn, this thing sounds so good. It sounds so good. I love it. So anyways, with the coilovers, while I'm here at a red light, everything feels good. I just drove it up and down a little bit. Everything feels fucking great right now. So I'm gonna drive it up a little bit more. We'll probably go to market maybe, and see how they feel, because right now they feel great. But again, they're also not seated in yet. But we'll I'll go through that in another video at another date. This is just a review on these coilovers, and I've never had a problem with MAXPeedingrods. Like they've always been good for me, so I don't mind using them for as budget as they are. And I'll touch more on the subject once we get to a destination. So as of right now, this is kind of like, I drove around for a good while. I didn't quite make it all the way to where I wanted to make it, but that's okay. I still got plenty of driving in to feel what she feels like now, and she feels better. Before I send off this video, there's some final thoughts I want to say, but I'll do that when I get back to the house. But for right now, coilovers are coilovers. Really, there is different levels, there's different tiers. Some are better than others for sure, but at the end of the day, it's about having fun and what you can afford and the amount, how much you want to invest. So we'll go over it more when I get back, but I knew I was going to be happy with these from the get-go, just because I had them before, and they weren't all that bad on my BMW. Aside from daily driving, like, I'm not complaining. Especially since this car ain't going to be an everyday daily driver. I might drive it like once or twice a week to work and whatnot, but for the most part, this is like going to be the skid car. Due to the amount of cars we have at the house, this is probably going to be the best spot I'm going to have to film. Also, definitely ain't going to go far, ain't going to do anything just because the brakes are definitely acting up. I just replaced the front ones. I don't know what's going on with them. I have to figure that out before I actually drive her. If you're looking for a set of coilovers, of course you can head on over to the website. They have warehouses in the US and everything like that. Shipping is really fast, actually. I think I got mine in like within the week. And then if you use my coupon code TunerZen at the checkout, you'll get 8% off orders that are $200 or more. And then lastly, kind of my final thoughts on everything is the install on them were pretty simple. Aside from the light modifications I had to do to the coilovers, me rolling my fenders, that's nothing on them. I could have had stock wheels and would have been fine, but I have some wheels with some offsets, so I had to roll the fenders a little bit to fit them, so that's totally irrelevant. But the rears bolted on, went on, like it was stupid easy. The fronts was also stupid easy after shaving off a little bit. Again, I don't know if that was the right way to do it, but that was the way I was like, I can make this work in the next 15 minutes. Very minimal modifications needed. For the most part, they're a direct bolt-in. Again, they're not fully seated. I don't have them adjusted to my exact liking. So right now they are bouncy as far as the ride go, but after doing some fine-tuning to them in the future, they'll be to where I want them to be. I'm just gonna break them in right now, seat them properly and all that, and once they start feeling better, I'm going to adjust the spring rate, the spring load, I guess, the preload on them, and get it set to a level I like, because right now they are bouncy, and that is the thing with a lot of these coilovers, is they're super bouncy. Again, this isn't my daily driver, so I'm not too concerned about it. This is definitely my track car. And then my final thoughts on just coilovers in general as far as budget coilovers go. One thing I push on people is seat time is super important. When I got my BMW, I went out and I drifted on blown suspension before I even got my coilovers for them. But I bought cheap coilovers because I don't want to spend a ton of money just because I'm at a grassroots level, and I just want to have fun and improve my skill more. And that's what I tell people. There's no reason for you to have to go spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a car right off the bat. You know, coilovers definitely help if you can get cheap ones. They'll be better than stock suspension, depending on what car you're driving, of course. But for the most part, anything's going to be better than what you have, and it's going to help you. It's going to help your car a lot more, not so much you as a driver, but there are components that do help a lot. Coilovers, the biggest thing. So you weld the diff, that's the first thing you should do. Coilovers is the second thing you should buy for your car, for your drift car, that is, at least if that's your thing. So I'm 100% on board with budget coilovers. I couldn't be any more happy with these ones. I've had them before on my BMW, and even still to this day, they're still rocking. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get out of here. Those are my last thoughts for these, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Hopefully this thing will be at 100%. So until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. If you're watching us on Facebook, it's already the page you're watching on, but follow us on Living the Drift Life, and I will see you guys all in the future videos. Okay, bye.